Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time you might find yourself watching this video. Welcome back to the channel. Life is hard, don't complain. Today, I have what I hope is a really nice replacement knife. It came in from Cold Steel GSM. It is their Shanghai Shadow 80 PSSK. If you see this knife, this is going to be kind of a comparison of the two, and then I'll talk about why. I saw a short little demonstration of this knife, and I said, "Oh, okay, I want that. I want to see." And this was, I think, $25, something like that. It was cheap. So let's look at it really quick. This is on the box is 7-inch blade, overall length of 13 1/4, 1055 carbon steel. 9.7 ounces with 4mm thick blade. The handle is 6 1/4 inches long with polypropylene scales. So it is this is a budget knife. Here we go with it looks. And we'll get into it. It comes with a Secure X sheath. Now we'll take this out. As normal, Cold Steel packaging is very minimal. There is a decent warranty on Cold Steel, and they usually come very, very sharp. Okay. Since it's in the sheath, it's a Secure X sheath with the nylon snap. Will shake. Great. No chance of it coming out. So it has MOLLE capabilities, paracord capabilities. It's a stout. I think they said 9.7 ounces. It's a stout knife. Okay. Because of the steel, 1055 high carbon, it's got a coating on it, but the 1055 is going to be something that needs to be maintained. It's got that black coating, but which is interesting, this says Cold Steel China. I thought this said made in Taiwan. I guess this is a Chinese. Now let's put it next to this guy. Okay. Let me say, okay, we're gonna have to share some space. They have similar structures. What is this? Why do I have it out here? This thing is at least 30 years old, and it's called a ring dagger, and it's in martial arts circles. There is what we call forms. Some people call them katas, but the ring was used for punching, for a spin slash, so you can hold it in reverse grip, but then you could also change the grip with it, go to the pinky grip. And it's been several years, to be quite honest, that I really trained with a ring dagger. But when I saw this, I said, "Ooh, that look." See, this, obviously, if we can look at this guy, this is just a plated training weapon. It has no edge. It's very flat. Ring, and on it, it's just a cloth wrap on top of cardboard, really, for the handle. So this versus this, you know, this is actually a legit real knife. If we can put them here and look, we'll line up the rings. So, like I said, they have similar bones, similar structures. Excuse me. Cold steel is going to be about an inch longer. So that the handle is maybe about a quarter of an inch longer. The ring, we'll do it like this and see. That's a pretty nice comparison. You can see how the cold steel, you know, it's a bigger knife, but for all intents and purposes, besides it having a real edge, a longer point, it can be for my purposes, I can train with it. Yeah, you know, the scale, it's a polypropylene scale, which is the cheapest. Cold Steel has what they call Gryvex and other G10, other scale materials. So this one is particularly just a budget scale. Now, it's so big, and I don't, well, not so big, but it's bigger. And if you know, when I was playing with this one, I was hitting things, so I'm reluctant to twirl this guy here, and because of the sharpness, there is danger here. I like it. The balance is very good. Now these are marketed also for throwing. So as a throwing knife, it's nice. I mean, it's got a sort of a center, but this is a spring steel. You know, very 1055 is a very inexpensive, but it's a pretty durable steel. You're not going to get a lot of edge retention on this guy, but the shape, while you get some slashes, you get your main weapon or approach with this is going to be thrusting, you know. So see. I don't have enough room to demonstrate. And with that blade, I'm lucky I didn't cut and break stuff. But very interesting. I like it. It is what it is. You know, years ago, and where's the balance? Balance. And it's a little heavy on the handle, which it's kind of right. The balance point is sort of right there, which with this is probably fine. Now, technically, if I wanted to, I could take the scales of this guy off. We're gonna play with it. For safety, I'm going to probably utilize a glove. It's got a nice big handle. A lot of, and it's been milled a little bit, or sanded, so not have sharp edges. A lot of times in the past, these types, this is not my first set of this kind of ring dagger, but they if you sweated in them and things like that plating would start flaking off, and it would become like a razor blade around your index or pinky, and really not be pleasant. So this one, I don't think we all have that same problem, but because of the steel, I will apply. Oh, here we go. Some Grumpy's blade butter to the whole thing, and at least it'll just give it a bit of protection. This is a this black coating, could not see where it doesn't feel, it's too rough to be DLC. It doesn't necessarily feel like Cerakote, or it doesn't really feel like a powder coat. So I'm not sure what, and I'll try to research that a little bit to see what they actually use for this coating. It's not just a paint, that I can say. It does not appear to be just a paint, which good, even though it's a budget item, we don't want it just having big flakes or anything like that as far as overall lifespan and performance. This is nice, not to go too far on the tangent, but as someone who has practiced martial arts for a number of years, there is a tendency for younger folks and those with vested interest to downplay traditional martial arts, unless they're wrestling or jiu-jitsu or something like a Muay Thai, kickboxing. And more power to those schools and those styles. I don't have a vested interest in seeing any of those have struggles. But what I'll say, and one of the reasons traditional, like for instance, my martial arts that I studied was called Kung Fu, and the majority of people that we competed against or met, they didn't really have that martial, that combative influence, or they didn't train that way. And thankfully, my teacher, he really emphasized, the fact that, and it sort of helps explain my page, my channel name and stuff. Life is hard, don't complain. He was always saying we had to be prepared. We had to be ready to protect ourselves and our friends and family, and stuck with me. And that's how we practiced. That's how we trained. There was a lot of blood and bruises and just things that I'm as an older person now, I can't believe I did some of the things we did, but it certainly helped me be prepared for things to come. So with that being said, I think this is kind of a nice, and we'll see. We'll see. It's not quite the same, but you know, the balance is a bit different with this, because as you can see, the balance on the ring dagger is more towards the front of the blade, but this is not a real weapon. This is just practice. And with this guy, if I put my hand and my finger at the same balance point, is way on the scale. But if I remove the scales, which I may, because this depends. It's a much thicker than this guy. If I take the scale off, it may balance it a little differently. I think it will shift the weight a little more to a kind of a neutral balance point. But it is possible that I might, as an experiment, take the scales off and see if I could put a paracord handle, just make the hand braided paracord, and see about that. I don't know yet, but this is something that again, I know most of the Cold Steel knives. This is if you're looking for something cheap, or if you're into throwing knives, they market this as a thrower too. And I could see the shape has sort of a proclivity for that, and that's fine. Now, one of the things that you might see, because I try to notice things, this coating is already starting to kind of flake or rub off. So I don't have a whole heck of a lot of confidence in that coating, but compared to this, they are in the same family. It's not apples to pineapples. It's more like an apple to a crab apple. I think that's a little more fair. So anyway, please, so far, need room to move this thing around. And if there's any interest, I may be able to put some footage together where we see the actual martial arts use of a knife like this. We'll see. Until then, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. It really helps, and it keeps me going to get more content out there. I hope this is informative. Any questions about it? Any questions about martial arts and blades? I'm happy to talk. So with that being said, remember, life is hard. Don't complain. Till next time, take care.